talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe. With Amora, spilling all the tea, coming to you live each day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Talk about, let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Talk about, let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe. Come on, let's talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe. With Amora, spilling all the tea, coming to you live each day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Talk about, let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Talk about, let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe. Tonight, so get in here, we in here to vibe. Like and subscribe. Get in here, we in here tonight. So
Hey y'all, mic check, mic check, mic check. How are y'all doing? Hey everybody, thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Y'all know I'm operating from this iPad. She said you early. Yeah, I'm a little early. Well, actually, I'm a little late. I said I was gonna be on at 4 o'clock. Well, 7 Eastern Standard, 4 o'clock my time, but I ran a little bit behind because Jay got me over here working like a Hebrew slave. I fly out tomorrow, y'all. It's been real Vegas, but I'm about to be out of here, y'all. My flight is booked. I'm ready to go, honey. Ready to go. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. She said, I'm ready for this conversation. Yeah, it's needed, child. It's needed. Mm. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for me, please, please, please. She said, you working like a Haitian, Jack. Yeah, he got me over here working like a dang on slave for real. Hey everybody, she said we ready for you in the H Town. Yes, I'm ready to be in the H Town. I'm really ready to get settled in because even when I go on the other side, we still gotta wait till our furniture come. Then we gotta unpack and all that stuff. So it's still gonna be a few more weeks of hell, but it'll be okay. She said I thought y'all was leaving today. Safe travels tomorrow. I was supposed to fly today, but we decided to wait one more day. So I fly tomorrow and he drive tomorrow. He take off tomorrow and I take off tomorrow. I feel bad for him because them 20 hours in that car. He don't want me in the car with him for 20 hours. He talking about I be in there talking about some are we there yet? And why you driving so fast? And you about to slam into the back of that car and here come a car from this side and here come a car from that side. And he talking about, I ain't got time for that. And then he talking about I'm gonna be stopping, asking to go to the bathroom and wanting to get something to eat. And he asked me, he said, how long can you ride before we need to get a hotel? I said 6 hours. He said 6 hours. Oh hell no, you ain't ride with me. She said my membership didn't renew because my card is locked, but I'm coming right now. Okay, girl. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for y'all memberships too. I appreciate it. I lost 59 members, but guess what? I'm going to gain a whole lot more. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. You hear me? But listen, I got a topic I want to talk to y'all about. And this ain't even like no textbook talk. This is I'm going to talk to y'all today from experience, okay? I'm going to straight up talk to y'all from experience. Oh, thank you for that super chat, Stephanie. Or super sticker, I'm sorry. So this ain't no textbook talk. So, for my counselors that's out there, y'all know I ain't no therapist. I ain't no counselor. I ain't no psychologist. I ain't no life coach. I ain't none of that. I'm just a girl that then been through some shit. You understand what I'm saying? And had to she said your voice sounds like you have a cold. Oh, does it? No, I don't have a cold. Girl, I don't know. I'm drinking coffee though. This is my morning voice, I guess. I'm just waking up not too long ago. Hmm. She said you still have real supporters. Yes, I do, and I love it. So this ain't no textbook. So don't hold me on don't say, oh, that ain't, that's not what it said and this and that. I'm coming to you straight from experience, okay? This is gonna be experience that I've seen over the years that worked. Okay. She said that's what it sounds like when you just wake up. Yeah, girl, I'm a night owl, honey. A night owl. I be up all night. So when I go to sleep sometimes, shoot it, y'all be about to get up because y'all 3 hours ahead of me. And I can't wait till that change, honey. Tomorrow, y'all only gonna be 1 hour ahead of me. You hear me? Just 1 hour. Now play with it. So when y'all call me at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna be like, it's only 6 here, but I'm gonna be up. Because I'm gonna change my time around. I'm gonna try to change my sleep pattern. But I want to talk about self-love today because You know, a lot of people think they have self-love, but they don't, because they don't really know what self-love really truly means. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I heard somebody say before, I'm going to get my nails done. I'm getting a body massage. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna, pour into myself, because that's self love. Well, yeah, treating yourself is nice, right? We should all treat ourselves. We should all be nice and kind to ourselves, right? But being nice and kind to ourselves is not just material stuff, okay? Being kind and nice to ourselves is also um, accepting who we are, our flaws and all, right? And it's also knowing and wanting constructive criticism, right? A lot of times you have people out there that love us and want the best for us, and they try to give us some advice, telling us we did something wrong, or we shouldn't do that, or you could do it better if you do this. And then we get mad because we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear about our flaws. We don't want to hear about how we could do it better. We don't love constructive criticism. But that's not self-love, okay? Because if you have somebody on the outside looking in, and they tell you, you know what, you probably want to change the way you do this or change the way you do that, because it don't give off a bright light, right? And then you get mad about that. You're not loving yourself if you can't accept someone telling you that you jacked up sometime, because sometimes we need to be told that we're jacked up, okay? How are you going to fix yourself? How are you going to correct your mistakes if you can't even accept that what you're doing is wrong? You always want to make an excuse for it, or I don't care if they don't like it, whatever, right? But you got to be able to accept your flaws and fix it, you know, if you want to, you know. But not only that, self-love is also forgiving yourself, right? A lot of times we want to forgive others, but then we hold on to stuff and we don't forgive ourselves. And that's whatever it is. If you did something against, your child, your mom, your dad, well, whoever you did something against, even if you did something against yourself, right? You stayed in a relationship too long and you put up with the bullshit. You got to forgive yourself for that. You have to forgive yourself for that. How can you love yourself when you second guess yourself? You holding on to the past. You hold on to the past before somebody else do, right? Ain't nobody gonna want me. You know, I'm not good enough. I'm just a horrible person. How are you practicing self-love when you feel that way about yourself? You know what I mean? That's why, and I'm gonna come from experience. I'm gonna come from experience, right? I used to, I think I told y'all this story before. When I was in college, I used to always, I was in calculus. I think it was calculus, one of them math classes, calculus or something, accounting, but I think it was a calculus 3 or something like that or whatever. But anyway, it was hard. It was hard. And I was in the class and we was doing the math problems or whatever. And I was like, oh, let me change it. Let me change it. And I just remember, I can't think of his name, but I had a black male teacher, and a professor, and he says, Amor, why do you always second guess yourself? You had it right the first time. He said, but you always do this. You self-doubt yourself, and then you change it and you get it wrong. Why do you do that? He said, I've watched you throughout this semester, and you do that a lot. He said, you will have it right, and then you be like, no, 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 no. Let me change it. Let me change it. Let me change it. He said, that's self-doubt, Amora. You don't believe in yourself, right? And I'm like, well, but he was right. I didn't believe in myself. I did second guess myself, right? And believe it or not, sometimes it comes from relationships, and it could be a romantic relationships, or it could be your childhood, your family relationships, where you've been told you ain't nothing, you ain't nobody, You ain't gonna be nobody. You've been down, you've been talked down to, and guess what? You let it sip in your head and now you believe it, right? You might say out your mouth that you don't believe it, but in your heart and in your soul, you actually believe that you ain't shit, right? You believe that other people see you exactly the same way, whoever that person was, whether it was your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, your auntie, your school teacher, your neighbor, your ex-husband, your boyfriend, whoever it was that told you that you weren't shit, you believed them. Okay? And until you get that out of your mind, until you say, you don't get to tell me who I am and what I'm going to be, and don't just say it, but stand on it, right? Until you do that and say, no one can tell me that I ain't shit. No one can tell me that I'm not going to be shit. And you got to say that from the depths of your soul, not just out of your mouth. It's something that you got to take that power back, right? And stop letting people tell you that. But until you do that, you're going to continue to believe whoever told you that you want shit. You're going to feel that inside. And let me tell you what happens when you feel like that. That energy bounces off of you onto other people around you. They pick it up and they say, "Oh, she feels like she ain't shit, so I'm going to treat her like she ain't shit." Do you understand what I'm saying to you? People treat you the way they see you. If they see that you are insecure and you feel like you ain't shit, they're not going to treat you like you're something or you're somebody. People pick up vibes. Well, when you first meet, you don't know the person that you're meeting, right? So you're probably like, "Oh man, I got to be on my P's and Q's around this person." But then they start showing behaviors like they don't really care about themselves. They think they're a worthless piece of crap. Then guess what? If you give off that energy around, it could be your boyfriend, your husband, your best friend, whoever, your friends, they could pick up that energy and they're going to start treating you like that. I'm telling you, they will treat you like that. So guess what you got to do? Before you get into these relationships, these friendships, these boyfriend, girlfriend relationships, you got to fix you. So what did I do? Because I used to be an insecure woman. I was going to say little girl, but I was still into my 30s and was still insecure. Guess why? Because I listened to somebody tell me I wasn't shit. And for a period of my life, I believed that I wasn't shit. Then guess what? You have an aha moment. But for me, I did a lot of counseling and I did a lot of self-help reading. Okay. Self-help reading is the freaking bomb. You understand what I'm saying? Self-help reading is good. If you love to read, you need to pick up some self-help books. You know what I'm saying? Or go to counseling. But I did both. Okay. And so what I did after listening to people convince me that I wasn't shit, I thought I wasn't shit for a while or whatever, then I had to stop. And I had to do several things. And I think I may have told a few of y'all this before. But I had to say, we got this long laundry list of what type of person we want, right? But then we say, do we possess those attributes that we want to see in another person? So in my case, I did not. Okay. Y'all know I was a high school dropout. So I was insecure about that because, people want to call you dumb, because not knowing the reason why you dropped out or whatever, they just want to call you dumb. So I was a high school dropout. I was working on my second failed marriage. I was going through a divorce when I started going through my counseling or whatever. And so I felt like I wasn't shit for real, y'all. I was told that I wasn't shit. I was married to a man, this particular guy at 22 years old. He was 10 years older than me. He constantly told me I wasn't shit, right? I'd already been in a foster care where they told me I wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Teachers find out that you've been adopted and they tell you you ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? So you got all these people around you telling you you ain't shit. You're going to start believing it. And that's what I did. I started believing it. But I had all these attributes that I wanted in a man. I wanted him to be this. But then I looked in the mirror and I said, do you possess the things, the attributes that you want in a man? And I had to be honest with myself. And I had to say, no, I don't. No, I don't. So what did I do? I start working on me, fixing me. You understand what I'm saying? Fixing me. Sometimes we want to sit here and act like we don't need to be fixed. Sometimes we act like we the prize. Okay? You could be the prize, but build yourself to be the prize before you go and try to give out the prize. And the prize also consists of your mental health. And what I mean by that is, so anyway, I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, no, you don't possess these attributes. You don't possess these attributes. So what are you going to do about it? I wanted to fix me. I didn't want to be a damaged woman to a man. I didn't want to be an insecure woman to a man. I didn't want to be a dumb woman to a man. You understand what I'm saying? So what did I do? I went back to school. I went to counseling, start working out at the gym. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to be whole. I had to start forgiving myself. Okay. I had to start looking at myself and giving myself kudos for the things that I have done. And every little accomplishment I made, I pat my own MF self on the back. I had to be proud of myself before I let somebody else try to be proud of me. A lot of times people say, oh, Amor, you're beautiful. And I think to myself, girl, you just saying that. Oh, you just saying that. Oh, I love your skin, Amor. You just saying that. Oh, Amor, I love this. I like this. You just saying that. No. I started saying thank you. Thank you. And guess what? I started loving it about myself too. I started loving my skin. I started loving my smile. Started loving my eyes. Started loving my hair. I started loving the way I walk. Started loving the way I talk. I started loving me. I stopped second doubting myself. Because guess what? If you don't love you, how can you expect somebody else to love you? You got to love you. It may not be perfect. It may not be 100, but you need to love it first. You need to accept who you are. Stop talking about the little what is it? The insecurities that you have, because I mean not the insecurities, but the imperfections. We all have imperfections. We all have them. You may not see them on other people, but they see it. They know what their imperfections are. I had to start accepting my imperfections, what I consider imperfections. Okay. Once I start accepting them, I'm like, damn, I love this about myself. I used to say, oh my God, I talk so country. I talk so Southern. I talk so slow. I talk so, because somebody told me before, you must be from the South because every time you talk, you sing. And I'm like, I sing? What are you talking about or whatever? Then I'm like, what? So I was like, you know what? Time out for that. Not right away, of course. But over time, I'm like, time out for that. I like the way I talk, right? I start recording myself and listening to myself. And I'm like, no, I like the way I talk. Why am I going to change the way I talk because somebody else don't like the way I talk? Somebody else don't like the way I look. Somebody else don't like the way I laugh. Somebody else don't like the way I joke or whatever the case may be. You got to like it. You got to accept it for you, right? So I did that. I went to school. I said, I won't be a dummy. So let me go get educated. My insecurity was dropping out of high school. So what I do, go get a degree. My insecure, I'm a couple of extra pounds, which I never really was. Bigger now than I was then. What I do, go to the gym. My insecurity, every little insecurity that I had, I went and I wanted to fix it. Until I said, that is not, there's nothing that I could worry about. Some things we can't change. Like I told y'all before, I didn't like my dark skin. But I said, I can't change that God made me dark. So I'm going to embrace it. So that's what I did. What I couldn't change, I didn't worry about no more. I embraced it. That's what a lot of us don't do. We don't embrace it. But then we get in these relationships, right? We get in these relationships. We fall in love, or we choose to love, because I think love is a choice. We choose to love a person, and then when they get disrespectful, call us out of our names, talk down to us, because we're choosing to love them, what do? We accept it. We accept it. We start saying, well, that's just how they talk. They don't mean no harm. They just upset. They don't really mean it. That's what we do. We accept it because we want to be in a relationship with that person. And that's all because we didn't fix us before we got into that relationship. We didn't fix us. We jumped into these relationships still damaged, still broken, still feeling insecure because of what we was told by somebody else. And we make excuses for what they say. Every time they say or do something that demean us, disrespect us, right? We accept it. We give them the excuse. We say, you didn't mean it. You was just drunk. You was upset. We blame ourselves because we didn't fix us. See, when you fix you, when you fix you, when you work on you, you will never accept that bullshit. The first time it ever fly out of their mouth, they will know quick, fast, and a hurry that you ain't about that life. That you ain't about to sit here and allow them to treat you any kind of way. And this is not just boyfriend girlfriend relationship, but girlfriend relationship. Any type of relationship that you get in, you set the tone. You set the boundaries. Like I said on my post the other day, people will treat you the way you allow them. You cut it at the knees. They should be able to pick it up from your conversations, but just in case they don't get it from your conversations, the very first time they come out of their mouth disrespectful to you, degrading to you, you nip it in the bud. Now, some people might say, oh, I ain't gonna get them, I'm not gonna get them the first time they do it, I'm out, right? You could be that way. But the first time they do it and you lay down the law of the land, that's it. They ever do it again, you out. Because if you stay, you have just said out of your mouth to their ears that you are okay with the bullshit. You okay with it. Now, this is my opinion. People stay in those toxic, demeaning relationships because they don't love themselves. They don't think that they can do better. They don't even think highly of themselves. They haven't forgiven themselves for whatever it is that they need to forgive themselves for. They don't love themselves. They're insecure. They haven't accepted their flaws. They're weak. And I hate to call a woman a weak because, that's just not a word that I like to be put on a woman, but it's weak. You're weak. You're weak when you have not accepted who you are enough to love who you are, to where you ain't going to just put up with anything. Self-love is being nice, kind, and gentle to yourself. How can you be nice, kind, and gentle to you if you letting somebody else call you a bitch, tell you ain't shit, telling you to suck they D, cussing you out, calling you a hoe? That ain't love. You don't love yourself. You're not being nice, kind, and gentle to yourself. You hearing shit like that. And some people say, oh, I just call him a bitch back. No. Then now you're in a toxic relationship. Who wants that shit? Who wants that shit? Oh, I just called him a bitch back. I said your mama a bitch. Who wants a relationship like that? Please raise your hand if you want a toxic ass relationship like that. It makes no sense. Why? You don't deserve that. You deserve better. So you got to treat you better in order for you want someone else to treat you better. You disrespect yourself, but want somebody else to respect you. Make it make sense. You degrade yourself, but you want someone else to lift you up. Why? That's not self-love. Self-love is not being mean and shitty to yourself and being kind and gentle to someone else. That's not self-love. You don't love yourself if you think, oh, if I lose this person, then I'm not going to be able to eat, sleep, breathe, and shit. Yes, you will. Knowing how to deal with rejection, that's self-love. Knowing how to walk away, that doesn't mean that you're not going to hurt. You're going to hurt. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to hurt. Hurt. Go cry. Get it all out. If you need a day, 2, 3, whatever, do that. But don't look back. Because guess what? You look back, guess what's going to happen? They're going to say, oh, what I said wasn't that bad. What I did wasn't that bad. She accepted it. She okay with it. So I'm going to do it again. And they will. And they will. You might go a week or 2 weeks and it not happen, but then it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Right? People can sense when they know that you're going to put up with their bullshit. They know what to say. They know what to do to get you back in that circle for you to put up with that bullshit. But if you loved yourself, guess what? You wouldn't do it. You would not look back. You would say, I deserve better. I'm not going to tolerate this, especially if it's happened more than once. If it happened more than once and you go back, then how can anybody feel bad for you? How can anybody feel sorry for you? You accepting it. You think it's cool. All because you don't love yourself. That's what it boils down to. You don't love yourself. You're not being nice, kind, and gentle to your damn self. But you want other people to be nice and kind and gentle to you. Why? You're not nice, kind, and gentle to yourself at all. Buying yourself shit is not being nice, kind, and gentle. Spending a lot of money on yourself, that's not being nice, kind, and gentle. Walking away from toxic ass relationships because you deserve better. That's being nice, kind, and gentle to your goddamn going mental. That's being nice, kind, and gentle to your mental. Being able to walk away from someone that you really, really, really want to be with, right? But being able to walk away because you know they ain't no good. That's being nice, kind, and gentle. We always want to try to fix somebody. I can fix them. No, you can't. You can't fix them. People can fix themselves if they want to be fixed. They can change themselves. You can't change them. But guess what we do? We think we can. We think we got that power. I'm going to change them. I'm going to mold them. Yeah, you can mold a person to treat you the way you want to treat. You can mold them to treat you the way you want to be treated. But that ain't no toxic shit in the beginning. When I say you can mold them to treat you the way, I'm talking about like if they don't open the car door, but you want them to open the car door, you can say, babe, I like for my man to open the car door for me. But they come out the box calling you bitches and hoes from the get-go. You need to just throw fucking deuces and walk away. Because that's in them. It's already in them. They need to go sit on somebody's couch. They need to be fixed. And most of the time, men will do that, call you the bitches and the hoes, because that's how they see you. Because that's how you presented yourself to them. And that's what they saw. Because guess what? Men ain't gonna call you those names if they feel that you're not that, or they feel that you're, you of high class or high standards. Unless they just a nothing ass nigga. Now, we done met some nothing ass niggas before. Come on now. Sometimes we just run into some nothing ass niggas, honey, that they done been in toxic relationships before. We just gotta cut them off right away. Don't even give them the time of the day. When you get them type of men, just run for the border. But some men, they look at you and they don't do it right away, but they look at you, see what type of person you are, and say, oh, she carrying herself like a bitch. She's carrying herself like a hoe. She's carrying herself like she easy. So I'ma treat her as such. We can't want to be treated like Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott, and we acting like a thought. We presenting ourselves like a thought. Well, we want them to treat us with, kind and gentle and respectful. We ain't respecting ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? So I say, before you jump into these relationships, right? Before you go out there and try to make a house, a home, and all this stuff or whatever, you got to fix you. You got to forgive yourself. You got to like yourself, forgive yourself, treat yourself nice, treat yourself kind, set your boundaries. If you got to write it down on a piece of paper, I will not. You remember back in the day in school when you used to talk too much, the teacher used to make you write, I will not talk in class. I will not talk in class. I will not talk in class. And I remember a time when I had to write that 500 times. I will not talk in class. I will not talk in class. I will not talk in class. If you got to write on a piece of paper, I will love myself, or I will be kind to myself. I will be gentle to myself. Do it. Write it down. I will not accept anybody else's bullshit. Write it out. I will be gentle to myself. Being gentle to yourself is not allowing someone to be mean, nasty, and disgusting to you and you overlooking it. That's not being gentle and kind to yourself. So you are not showing yourself, you're not self-loving yourself if you keep taking that shit back. Ignoring, making excuses, and your main reason, because I don't want to be alone. Lying to yourself is not self-love. Being mean and cruel to yourself is not self-love. It's not. Being able to accept who you are, being able to accept, listen, sometimes we might have to say, I'm broken and I need a timeout. Take it. It was 6 years between my divorce and my new relationship now. Now, I'm not saying there's a time limit. I'm not saying you need it or whatever. But if you're broken, you need it. I'm just being honest with you. And I was broken. I was broken and I needed it. I needed it. I said to myself, I do not want to get into another relationship with a man that makes me feel like shit. I don't understand how a woman can want to be in a relationship knowing deep down in her heart she feels like shit. That man, I'm not even going to say he makes her feel like shit, because you control your feelings, right? You're controlling your feelings, but he says things to you and you decide, you know what? That just made me feel like shit. Now, y'all know sometimes we can be with men. We love them hard. But the things that they say to us hurt us. But we ignore it because they could just do the smallest shit. Go buy us a rose, tell us we beautiful, take us out to eat, sex us real good, do some old, go take our son to get a haircut. Do something that they know that's gonna make us light up. And then we forget about all the nasty, disgusting things that they've done to us. That ain't self-love. Self-love is staying within those boundaries. You letting someone go outside of the boundaries that you set for your relationship over and over and over again. That ain't self-love. You don't love yourself. And it's time for you to just put a pause on trying to be in a relationship until you fix yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with saying I need a timeout. Ain't nothing wrong with saying, you know what? I need to sit alone and find out what it is that I love about me. What makes me happy? What makes me smile? What makes me sad? What makes me cry? And then work on that. Work on that. And then I'm going to tell you, when you get into a relationship after you done worked on you, baby, I'm telling you, after you get in a relationship, after you've worked on yourself, I'm telling you, the man will know that you done worked on yourself. He'll know it. He'll feel it. I'm going to give y'all, I think I may have told y'all this story before. I'm sure Jay don't mind me telling y'all. If he do, I'm sure he'll come out the room and say, babe, why you tell him that? But one day, so we met in Iraq. We dated in Iraq. When you in Iraq, honey, you ain't got no worries because you ain't got the real life, real world issues to deal with. So you just over there just living your best life with your boo, right? You ain't got no real problems, right? But when we came back to the United States, that's when we had our first major argument. I can't even, shit, it was 16 years ago. I can't even tell you 15 years ago. I can't even tell you what we argued about. But he got mad at me and he left. He grabbed his bags. He was staying at my apartment. We both had different places. Babe, you heard him. It's my business too. It happened to me. What you mean I'm telling your business? Boy, bye. Anyway, so he talking about why I'm telling his business. It's my business. It happened to me. So anyway, we got into an argument about something. And he lived about 80 miles from me. Was it 80, 70 something, 78, I think it was, or whatever. And he got mad at me. He was at my apartment. I don't even know what we was arguing about, but he grabbed his stuff. He said, I'm leaving. And he packed his little bag. He went in the bathroom, got his toothpaste and toothbrush, threw it all in the bag, packed his little clothes up, shoes and all that stuff, gathered all this stuff. And he walks out the door. I think he might have said something slick to me or whatever before he walked out the door. I let him go. I got up, I locked the door. And I came back, I got in the bed, I set the alarm, and I laid down and I drift back off to sleep, right? So he called me about 45 minutes later. My phone rung. I answered it, I wasn't mad, he was, right? So I answered the phone, hello. He said, oh, you weren't gonna stop me from leaving? I said, excuse me. He said, you weren't gonna tell me not to go? I said, I didn't tell you to go. You got mad and you left. I know, but you weren't gonna stop me. I said, is that what you wanted me to do? He said, you could have just at least said, stop, don't go. I said, let me tell you something. I'm not into the business of chasing no man and begging them to stay. Do you hear me? You wanted to go, you packed your bags and you left. I'm not about to tell you to stay. You the one had a temper tantrum. You the one got mad. You the one that did not want to have a conversation and fix it. You wanted to get mad and you left. I'm gonna let you leave, baby. I'm not about to run behind you. I'm not about to say, please don't go. I ain't in that business no more. Hell to the no. Do you feel me? That was the fix, Amora, because the damage, Amora, would have said, baby, please don't go. Let's talk about this. Hold on, please. Girl, bye. I didn't tell him to leave. He left on his own. He says, I had to drive 45 minutes and I was half asleep. I said, but you left. He said, I ain't never doing that again. Right? I ain't gonna never do that again. So we was good. But he tried it again, y'all. He tried it. Bae, it's my business. It's my business. It's our business. So that makes it mine too. Stop listening to me. I'm talking now. So he tried it again, y'all. The second time he did it, I did say something that time. I said, Jay, if you walk out that door, I'm done. Because what I'm not going to do is be in a relationship with someone that don't know how to use their voice, use their mouth, and communicate. You understand what I'm saying? I said, if you leave this time, I'm done. He told me, I don't even know what he said. He said something slick. I said, I'm telling you, Jay, if you leave this time, I'm done. So anyway, 16 years later, we still together because he he said he should have did my ass like that. But baby, I didn't leave. When? You talking about in South Carolina? Boy, bye. Anyway, y'all, don't pay no attention to him. He in his feelings right now because I'm telling this story. But he didn't leave. He got back in the bed, and I asked him. I don't know if it was that night or maybe some weeks later. I said, babe, let me ask you something. Why didn't you leave? He said, because I knew you was telling the truth. He knew I was gonna be done. He knew that I was going to be done. He knew that I was going to be like done. I did not want a man, because I know I'm a runner. I've been told y'all that. I'm a runner. That's what he's talking about. I'm a runner. I get mad and I want to leave. I want to grab keys and run out the door. I want to leave. I don't want to hit. But I ain't no runner no more, but I used to be. Let me correct that. I used to be a runner. I'm not a runner no more. We don't do that mess no more. Honey, we talk about it. And Jay said we'll buy a big enough house to where if we get upset with each other, he go to one part of the house and I go to another part of the house. But we don't run. We don't spend hours in Walmart walking around mad and don't want to answer our phone. We don't do that no more. But we did. We used to do it. Trust me, we did. But we don't do that no more. But I used to run. I would grab keys, honey, and I'd be gone. But I wouldn't let him do it to me. I told him, you got one more time. That's it, right? And he ain't do it. And I said, why you didn't leave? He said, because I knew you was for real. I knew you was telling the truth. I just wanted to be able to communicate, right? We could just talk about it. And if we choose to disagree, we disagree. We don't have to agree. We could just be like, you know what? I don't agree with what you're saying. He don't agree with what I'm saying. We could do our little time out. And that's what we do now. He say, babe, I need a couple of hours. Give me some time. Let's not talk about this. Give me some time and then let's regroup. That's what we do now. We respect each other enough to give each other time to cool down. That way we don't get disrespectful with each other. Because when you don't give each other time, honey, any and everything can come out of your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't never disrespect me in a way that he ain't never called me no B word, no derogatory words, never ever. Now, if I see him lie and say I ain't never told him, called him that, I'd be lying my ass off. But I don't do it no more. Do I, Jay? Jay? Oh, now you gonna act like you don't hear me? Babe, Well, Jay gone, child. Jay ignoring my ass. He know he hear me. Huh? Oh, he on the phone, child. He in his little feelings right now. He in his feelings. He in his feelings. And I'm just kidding. But I used to. It's been years since I've called about his name. I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more because I don't want that type of relationship. I don't want no type of toxic relationship. And he used to always say, somebody said, Jay gone. Jay ain't going nowhere. And neither am I, baby. We look at relationship as like an investment, child. Y'all better look at your relationship the way you look. Listen, it's an investment, okay? You have to invest in your relationship, right? It's an investment. But we set boundaries and we don't go outside those boundaries. I give him respect. He gives me respect. I don't want to be in no toxic relationship. I don't have time to be in a relationship where I gotta, I gotta bend over backwards for you, and you ain't bending over backwards for me. The one-sided relationships. People be in these one-sided relationships because they don't love themselves. That's it. That's all. And then they want to be passive aggressive, right? She said, Jay said that's enough. He's talking about, don't be telling my business. It's my business too. It's both of our business. You know what I mean? But and then people want to be in passive aggressive relationships, right? And what I mean by these passive aggressive, they know they mad about what you're doing or the lack of what you're doing, and they'll tell somebody else, but then they won't tell you. Why not? If you in a relationship, if that person love you, they should be able to hear, I don't like the way you treat me. I don't like the way you disrespect me. I don't like the way you demean me. I don't like the way you call me out my name. I don't like the way you let me beef you up, whether it's online to your friends, whatever the case may be, and you don't beef me up. We want to put people on pedestals, but they don't put us on pedestals. But then they get mad and they want to be passive aggressive, and then they only bring it out when they're in an argument or something like that. Then they want to scream and yell at you then, instead of just having a simple conversation when you're not mad at each other and just talking about it. You know, babe, I don't like when you do this to me. I don't like when you do that to me. You got to be able to talk to your partner. And if you can't talk to your partner without y'all arguing, then there's something wrong. I was telling y'all yesterday about this book. It's called, I hope y'all went and bought it, because if you didn't, you need to. It says, Why Men Love Bitches, right? I know a lot of y'all was like, oh, I ain't no bitch. I ain't no bitch. I ain't calling you a bitch. What I'm saying is, why men love bitches. This book referred to women being bitches as far as a woman that's not going to let a man treat her any kind of way. A woman that's going to stand on business. A woman that's not going to run behind a man just to have one. A woman that'll throw deuces and let a man walk the hell up out her life if he ain't acting right. We got to stop trying to hold on to shit. Somebody said, you got all the sense why this is your third marriage. Speak on your first and your second. Child, my first and my second, I was a broken individual. I was 18 years old when I got married the first time, and 22 when I got married the second time. I was a broken individual, honey. I didn't love myself. So how could I love a man when I didn't love myself, baby? Yeah, my first two marriages, I was so broken, honey. So that's what it is, Miss Sage Hips. I was broken, but I can be honest and say that. I don't have to lie. My life is an open book for real. I ain't got to lie about it. I was damaged. I allowed the degrading, the name calling. I allowed all that. I thought that I needed that, right? I thought because I felt that way about myself, that's what other people saw in me. So that's why I'm on my third one. That's why now, if I was still a damaged, broken individual, I would still be in my second toxic relationship because I would have stayed. I would have stayed. And I would have allowed him to keep calling me black bitch, dummy, fool, stupid. I would have stayed in it. but I didn't. So that's why I'm on my third one. And I'm on my third one because I deserve it. Because, baby, I fixed me. Okay? That's why. Any more questions, Sage Hips? Any more questions? But a woman that can accept her flaws and don't need nobody else approval. Nobody else approval, right? That's why that why men love bitches. The bitch in that book, it says, the bitch in that books mean a woman who won't bang her head against a wall, obsessing over someone else's opinion. Being a man or anyone else in her life, she understands that if someone does not approve of her, it's just one person's opinion. Therefore, it is no real importance to her. Okay? Other people's opinion shouldn't matter more than yours. It shouldn't matter more than yours. Everybody gonna have opinions of you. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody ain't gonna think that you're the bomb.com. Everybody ain't gonna think that your shit smell good. Right? And it's okay. You know, we always want people to love us. We want people to like us. Everybody ain't gonna like you, but you gotta be okay with that. You know, I never understood why it mattered how many times a person been married when it doesn't matter how many baby daddies that woman have. Listen, it doesn't matter to me. At first, you know, I used to say, oh, I ain't getting married no more. I ain't getting married no more because, you know, you look at it like it's an embarrassment. But then you have to say to yourself, you know what? Even though this is my third time and I still claim my first two relationships, right? But to be honest with you, even though I claim them, I was young. So that's why I don't want to take it away. I was young. I was 18, looking for love. Y'all know that's what we do. We go looking for love. We go look for love. The first person to say, I love you, you like, I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. Right? Then you leave one relationship and you jump in another without fixing yourself. Right? But after the second divorce, I said, I need to work on me. And that's what I did. 6 years. 6 years of working on me. Finding out what it is that I didn't like about myself. And it was a lot that I didn't like until I started liking it, right? I had to say, you know what? I can't change this. I can't change that. So I'm going to accept this. And everything I've been through, I accepted it. It happened. Okay. And next, right? But I just want to see women and men, but mainly women, because I'm a woman. I want to see women loving themselves more. Love yourself enough to say you deserve better. Love yourself enough to set boundaries and stand on it. Love yourself enough to say, this is how I want to be treated in a relationship, and I will not allow anything less. Anything less, I'm not dealing with it. Period. No matter how much you love that person, no matter how much you want to be with that person, go find that person in somebody else, baby. Love yourself more. That's right, Tammy B. Learn to move on gracefully. It'll hurt, but throw deuces and keep going. That's love. But sitting up there going back, going back, going back, going back, going back, knowing that ain't shit gonna change. But you're doing it because you hoping, you wishing, you praying. Now I know back in the day, like our moms and you know our ancestors back in the day, they stayed in these relationships. They stayed for the long haul, right? And we say, oh my God, they got 50 years in, they got 40 years in. You know, what did it take or whatever? This one lady told me, I said, well, I can't remember. Oh shoot, I want to say she was married for 55 years. And I said, oh my God, what in the world, how in the world did you make it to 55 years? She said, you want me to tell you how I made it? I never filed for a divorce. She said, I never filed. It don't mean that I didn't want to. It don't mean that, I didn't want to throw the towel in. She said, I never filed for divorce. But you can't tell me out of 55 years they didn't go through no shit. They did. They went through shit. But that was back in the day that they stayed with the bullshit. A lot was allowed back then, They didn't have the DV, you know. Now they got it to where in some states, y'all, DV is more than just physical. In some states, you can only get charged if you're physically abusive to your partner, right? What state was it, y'all? I can't remember. Was it? I can't remember. Y'all help me out. But it's a state. Was it Alabama where you can actually get charged for the verbal abuse too? Was it Alabama, y'all? Oh, was it? I can't remember what state it was, but it's a state that will charge you not just for physical abuse, but verbal abuse too. Oh, is it Tennessee? Somebody said Alabama. Somebody said Tennessee. Okay, I can't remember the state. It might be more than one. It may be more than one. But having to be in a relationship when someone is cussing you out, demeaning you, you know, messing with your head, whatever the case may be, mental abuse, you can get charged for that in some states now because they realizing it's not just physical. Some people will screw you up in the head, but that's if you allow them. That's why if you get yourself right in the head, if you get your mental right, then you wouldn't even allow that bull crap. You wouldn't even stick around long enough to even really get affected. You would be out. You would throw deuces. You would say, you know what? I'm tired of being treated this way, and you would leave. If you fix yourself in the head mentally. And sometimes you got to do that. Cut your losses. My daddy used to tell me you will lose, but sometimes you got to cut your losses in order to gain. It's going to hurt. Cut your losses. Throw them deuces and be out. She said, my granddaddy and grandma stayed together for 40 years before he died. My granddaddy had outside kids and everything. And my granny stayed. I ain't her. Ninja, you got one time and I'm out. See? They did that back in the day, though. Because they was told when you get married, you stay married for life. You stay married for life. Make that relationship work. I told y'all what my grandmother told me. A man is either going to beat on you or cheat on you. You're going to have to decide which one you're going to deal with. I said, Grandma, I don't want to deal with none of them. I'm not dealing with none of them, Grandma. I love you, but get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. But that's what they were taught back in the day. We can't sit here and say we're being taught that now. We're not being taught that. Tammy said, if your self-esteem is low, you could be trapped in that type of lifestyle. That's true. Hey, break room. Exactly. Who said that? Lisa Smith. She said, you got to heal first. You do. A lot of us go through a lot of turmoil, whether it's in relationships or childhood or whatever the case may be. I spoke of this before. You still have to go heal. Go heal. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Go heal. Seek therapy. Read some books. Talk to your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Find your love language. Find out what it is that you like, what makes you happy. Talk to yourself. Figure it out. You know? Find your self-worth and stand on it. You know? Set your boundaries, even if you got to write them down. But you got to love you before you can love somebody else and before anybody else can love you. People pick up your aura. They see how you are around. They feel your energy. And if they know that you think low of yourself, if they know you don't respect yourself, you don't love yourself, you don't admire yourself, they are not going to love you, honey. They're going to treat you the way you treat you. And they're going to treat you the way you allow them to treat you. If any of y'all, I promise y'all this, if you in a toxic relationship right now, right? If that man or woman is treating you bad, if you make the decision and say, you know what, I'm not tolerating this bullshit no longer, and I mean it. I'm telling you, I'm out of here. I'm out of here unless I see changed behaviors, and I mean it. I'm talking about, I ain't saying just say it, because we all say it and don't mean it. But I'm talking about and mean it, and pack your shit and leave. If they don't change, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all will probably be broke up right now. Or the man might realize, like, damn, she for real. Now, I think that if you let it go on for too long, I mean, I think, in my opinion, I just feel like if you've allowed it to happen for too long, it's a lost cause. Now, that's just my opinion. I told y'all this ain't no textbook, nothing. Okay. But if you let it linger around too long and that person have learned to treat you that way, then it's just y'all in that damn relationship. It's some people that's been married 30, 40 years and they've been demeaning each other and all that stuff the whole entire time. Now, in order for you to want somebody to change from doing that for 30 years, I don't know. I just don't know how you could do it. But I mean, to each his own. But I'm just here to say you deserve better, sis. You deserve better, bro. Even if the man is in a toxic relationship where a woman is just demeaning him, you ain't shit. You ain't nobody. You ain't never gonna be nobody. Exactly, Lauren. That's what happens. If you stay in a demeaning relationship, that person will lose respect for you. Period. And if you don't have respect in a relationship, anything goes. You have to have that respect. Anything goes. She said marriage doesn't mean you're happy. That's right. You are absolutely right. Marriage does not mean you're happy. Family photos don't mean you're happy. Family vacations don't mean you're happy. You know? But if a man know that he can demean you, talk about you like you ain't shit, and you still be with him, make love to him, cook his food, treat him good, then he knows he could do it. You just told him it's okay. Even if you say, if he says something to you and you say something slick back, the fact that you allowed him to get away with it, he thinks that's okay. You could do that. You know what I mean? He's gonna be like, okay, we cool with that. That's how we talk. You just set the standard in the relationship when you do that. Instead of you looking at them and saying, let me tell you something. I don't know who you dated before me. I don't know who you used to be with. But we don't do that over here. No. You don't get to talk to me crazy. You don't get to say any old kind of stuff to me. Who do you think you're talking to? We don't do that over here. I refuse to stay in a relationship with a man that's going to talk down to me. I refuse it. You nip it in the bud, baby. Quick, fast, and a hurry. Because if not, you're going to find yourself in a 40-year miserable ass marriage, relationship, or whatever. You ain't got to lower your standards just to be in love. There's people out there that will love you the correct way. Or love your damn self. Being in a relationship is not that's not it. You know what I'm saying? People think, oh, if you're in a relationship, that's you got everything you ever needed in life. No. Why would you want that? Listen, if it came down to me being in a badass, miserable ass relationship, or me being by myself, what you think I'm gonna do? Be by my damn self. Should I treat myself good before I stay in a relationship while I'm constantly crying, losing weight, going off, acting like a damn fool? Ain't no way. I'd rather be by myself and love on me for real, for real. I look myself in the mirror every day and say, girl, you are wonderful. You are beautiful. You is smart. Remember that? You is smart. You is kind. You is nice. You is beautiful. If I got to do that, I'll do it. You know? But I just think that a lot of people think that, oh, if I can go get, if I can go pamper myself, then that's showing the world that I love myself. No. Doubting yourself is not loving yourself. Seeking attention from others, or the need to seek attention, the need of attention from others, that's what I'm trying to say. That's not loving yourself. The name calling, the degrading, allowing that to happen over and over and over, that's not loving yourself. That's not loving yourself. Making you feel like shit ain't loving yourself. Allowing people to walk all over you, treat you any kind of way, have you spending money on them, that ain't loving yourself. That is not loving yourself at all. And we need to stop doing that. You shouldn't have to buy love at all. I just want to see us do better. For me, I mean, I like what I did. I love what I did, actually. I told y'all it was hard for me to say no. And that's another thing. Loving yourself is also learning the word no. Learning the word no. 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 No, you can't. No, I won't. No, I'm not. No. But you got to love you. You got to love you. Exactly. Settling is not loving yourself, because you don't want to be alone. What was it? I think it was on our panel. One of the girls said she stayed in, I think she might be in here. I'm not going to call her name, but she said, I think y'all might remember her. She said the reason why she stayed in the relationship as long as she did is because she didn't, what did she say? She said, because I really wanted a man. Y'all remember that conversation when the young lady came up and said the reason why she put up with what she put up with, because she wanted a man. She wanted to be in a relationship. And that is, some people just want to be in a relationship. They want that man. They would rather have any old man, even if he's a fucking piece of shit. Excuse my language, y'all. But even if he's a piece of crap, they would want him rather to say, I don't have nobody. I'm trying to tell you, I don't want no piece of crap. Not at all. We need to start. I mean, there's nothing wrong with pouring into your man. There's nothing wrong with, lifting him up and beefing him up and stuff like that. But I just say, pour into a good man. Lift up a good man. Beef up a good man. And we ain't dumb to where we don't know what a good man is. Men are providers. They're protectors. Who want a petty motherfucker? Like, y'all, don't make me cuss, y'all. Who want a man that's not going to protect a protection is not just protecting your house or protecting you from harm. It's protecting your heart. You know what I'm saying? A man's supposed to protect you. He's supposed to protect your feelings. He's supposed to protect your heart. I remember Jay said something to me one day. He said, you know what? He said, I can't say what you just said to me. He said, because I know it'll hurt you. That's protecting my heart. That's protecting my feelings. He said, if I said something like that to you, you'll be hurt. So I'm not going to do that, because I'll never be able to live that down. Protecting your mental. That's right, Kimberly. It's not just protection. Oh, I'm supposed to just stand in front of a big bad wolf and protect her. No, that's not. It's only protection. Gloria says self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. Exactly. Being nice and kind to yourself. She said some women enjoy toxic dudes. I don't see how. Then that's not self-love. If you enjoy that toxic roller coaster bull crap, then you're not self-loving yourself. You're not loving yourself. If you enjoy that toxic bull crap, then you ain't loving yourself. You gotta protect your mental, man. Toxic, being in a toxic relationship to me is messing with your mental. Who want to mess with their mental? I don't. And when you get older and you look back and you be like, God dang, I went through all of that. I allowed this person to treat me that way. I allowed them to talk to me that way, disrespect me that way, play on me that way, play in my face that way. You know? She said, right, because I'm surely not going to go around singing After the Pain all my life by Betty Wright. Exactly. Exactly. She said, I've definitely seen some of the prettiest women in the be the most empty, always looking for someone to fill their void. And you know what it is? It's because they're insecure. It's the insecurities that they have. They have not, they have flaws that other people may not see because they've been told they're pretty all their life and it's something about them that they don't like, right? And instead of just fixing it or accepting it, you either fix it or accept it, one or the other. Fix it or accept it, you know? And because they haven't either fixed it or accepted, they stay insecure, they stay stuck. So they allow men or people to treat them any old kind of way. Have you ever noticed? Now, I know this is mainly on movies, but I think I may have seen it in real life once or twice. Have you ever noticed a unattractive woman or a heavyset woman and she got an old fine ass husband, right? You know, a fine man. And let's even talk about, if you haven't seen it in real life, you've seen it in movies, right? It's because that woman that you might think is ugly, she gives off confidence, right? She gives off that I'm the shit. I know my worth. I am to be respected, right? She gives off that aura to where men will run to her. Y'all ever meet these type of women and meet these type of couples and you say, damn, what do you want with her? Because she stands on business for real. You understand what I'm saying? That man knows that she knows her worth. That man knows that out of every woman in the room, she's the most valuable one. That man knows that. He knows that she's grounded. He knows that she's an all-around woman, not just looks or education or money. She got it together and he knows it. He knows it. They be like, dang, why he with her? He could do better than that. He know that he got the best woman in the whole world. He know it. Well, you know what I'm saying. He know he got a 10, baby. He knows it. Right? See, a lot of people think men are just with you because of your looks. Some of them might be. If a man with you for your looks, he may not respect you for anything else, right? Because looks fade. We get older, you know. Looks change. It ain't too many people that look, when you was 20 years old, you still look like that at 50. It ain't too many people. You might have one or two to say, oh, dang, y'all still look, you look just the same. A lot of us look different. We change, right? Confidence is the most attractive trait to a man. You got that right. That's the truth too. Because a man know when you have confidence, he know that you love yourself. I'm here to tell you. A real man loves a confident woman. That's right. She said Halle Berry had issues for real and she's beautiful. Halle Berry is beautiful. She's beautiful. Hey, real talk with D. She said some women are not narcissistic, so they will always meet the same man with their behaviors. Yeah. They'll meet a man. And you know what? Have you ever noticed that some women will go and they'll go after the men that they have to build up. The man that ain't really got nothing going on, they want to fix him up and build him up. That's a mental issue. I don't know if y'all know that, but that is a mental issue when you have to go and seek someone that you feel that is lower than you so you can build them up to make yourself feel good. That's a mental issue. I don't want no man that's lower than me. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I ain't trying to build nobody up. I mean, we going to build each other. You understand what I'm saying? We going to build each other, but I ain't about to be a save a hoe, save a dough for nobody. But some women will go and they will find a man. Some women, like, okay, Juanita Bynum, y'all know, and this ain't to talk about women of God or whatever, but she went and she ended up marrying a janitor. Y'all remember that? That man was a janitor, right? Because some women, they like the position that they're in, and they go and go get some women go get them from jail or whatever, and they fix them up. They go buy them some clothes, go take them to get shaved and the haircut. They put some cologne on them. They put a little money in their pocket. They may even go find them a job, right? They do all of that. And they do it because they want that man to have to stay and say, she did this for me. She built me. She was there for me. That's why they do it. That's what they go and fix up these, they go and fix up these men because they expect them to stay. But you just fixed up that man for another woman to love because he ain't gonna respect you. A man, he need to pull up his own bootstrings. But that woman thinks that, oh, if I fix him up and I polish him up real good, then he'll love me for life. He'll be like, oh, you was there for me when I wasn't shit. What Tinker says, she said, women do all of that because they think they will make that man loyal to them. Exactly, Tinkers. Exactly. And they don't be. They fix him up, right? And that man go on to another woman and looking good. I was trying to think of the name of the movie, but I can't. I can't think of the name of the movie. Was it Matrimony? Matrimony, where she stayed by this man for a long, long time. He ain't really had no good job. They lost their house, gotten evictions and stuff like that. Was it Matrimony, y'all? Acrimony. Okay. Was it Acrimony? I know it was something. No, I don't know if it was Acrimony, but whatever the name of the movie, it had a girl from Baltimore, Taraji P. Henson or something like that. But anyway, she fixed him up or whatever. She was there for him, and then she threw in the towel at the end and said, "I'm done." And then he ended up becoming filthy rich. And what'd he do? Go on to another woman. Y'all better stop going and dig these men about the holes and trying to fix them up, comb their hair, put some cologne on them, make them look real good, get them speaking well and everything. Then they're going to leave you and they're going to run off to another woman. You done fix this man up. And now you mad and you be on live talking about what you done did. Honey, y'all better stop doing that. Why y'all want to fix up a woman? I mean, fix up a man for another woman. Ain't no way. You done made this man look good for everybody else. And that's another thing. Y'all better stop trying to make these nothing ass niggas look good. Because now when you come online and tell somebody that he ain't shit, ain't nobody gonna believe you, baby. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. You didn't stop putting these men on pedestals that don't deserve to be on them at all, child. Now, if you got a good man, invest in him, right? But if he ain't good, stop lying to people and telling them he's a good man. Put him on a pedestal, then you want to kick him to the curb when he ready to kick you to the curb. You You gonna try to out them. The next woman gonna be like, I don't believe you. No, let me find out for myself. Let me see what I can do, girl. Hey, move to the side, bacon, because here comes Sizzling. Let me work with this. I got this. You know, you didn't told you didn't made him look good, child. You didn't gave all the little secrets out how good he is, honey. What he like. Ain't no way. I just said tell anybody, don't beef up a man unless he your damn husband. Okay? Unless he your husband, unless he has invested in you. And a marriage is an investment. I don't care if you like it or not, it's an investment. If he ain't willing to invest in you by marrying you, then don't beef him up, baby. Don't beef him up, honey, because if you think that just because now you want to come back and say that he ain't shit, you think somebody gonna believe you, you're crazy. Okay? Just go love yourself, baby. Let him go. Send him to the wolves and work on you. I'm trying to tell you, just go work on you. Just like feeding the bear, he gonna keep coming back. Exactly. To the left, honey. That was one of my favorite songs that Beyonce came out with, child. That should be all of our songs. You hear me? Radiant Goddess, you better know it. You see what she said? Sex won't keep them. Sure won't. Because see, what we don't understand is we women, we all got coochies. I don't care if you're heavy set, you got 3 eyes, you got boogers in your nose, and you got nappy hair, honey. Coochie is gonna feel good, honey. As long as he can get it wet and it can get him off, he good. You hear me? Hey, we can't sit here and think I'm gonna put it on him. Child, just like you can put it on him, honey. Somebody else can too, baby. Somebody else can too. But that Beyonce song, To the Left, she said that was my theme song during my divorce. Child. You know what mine was? I know this is crazy. Mine was Keisha Cole. I should have cheated. I should have cheated. I should have lied. I should have went out to the club. Mine was I should have cheated, baby. But to the left, I love it. To the left, to the left. That's right. But I'm trying to tell you, we sit here, we put lip gloss on it, baby. We put sprinkle sugar on it and put lip gloss on it. She said my husband could not stand that song. I would play that shit loud as hell. But if you're single and you're not in a relationship right now, my advice to you would be, if you want to be in a relationship, go ahead and set your boundaries now. Don't wait till you get in a relationship to set your boundaries. Set them now. Decide within yourself what you will and will not deal with, what you will and will not put up with. I heard one lady tell me, I think it was Shade Room. Shade Room, you in here? She said, guys call. That's how they talk to women now. They be like, my bitch, my hoe. That's just how they talk to you. And it's just like, you already know what it is. They just call you my bitch, my hoe, my thought, my whatever. That's just how men talk to women. No, that's just how the men that you've been around talk to women. Men don't talk to women like that. I'm 51. Don't nobody talk to me that way. I don't even let my nephews talk to me crazy. They can't even text me with no abbreviations. Honey, spell the shit out. I need to know what you're talking about. I ain't got time to be trying to decode this damn text message. Okay? My nephews are in their 30s. Talk to me with English. Speak English. I send that text back so fast. I don't know what this is saying. I don't know what this shit. Boys talk to women that way. Yeah, they must be boys, but not no men. Mm-mm. So Shade Room, if you in here, baby, I don't know if you are, and I ain't even trying to call you out like that. They talk to you that way if you let them. They know English. They know not to call you no bitch and no hoe. They doing it because you let them. Stop accepting that shit. Stop saying, oh, that's just how they talk these days. She said, my ex-husband cheated. He knew that was a that was a deal breaker for me. Him committing adultery said to me that he did not care enough about our family because he knew that it was something that I could never forgive. We had a 6-month-old child at the time. I walked and never looked back. He begged and begged and begged, and I truly loved him, but I wasn't going to spend 30 years waiting for it to happen again. Wow. Yep. Stand on your deal breakers. Stand on your deal breakers. One of mine is drugs. I don't do drugs, and I'm not gonna be with a man that do no drugs. And you put your hands on me. You put your hands on me, I'm out. Because I already know I'm gonna try to unalive you, and I don't want to go to prison. So that's a deal breaker for me. I will not stay in no situation like that. You raise your hand to hit me, then we don't need to be together. Because one of us gonna get hurt. One of us gonna get unalive, and one of us gonna have to go to prison. Why would I want to jeopardize my freedom by being in a relationship with you because you couldn't talk out your feelings without lifting your hands to hit me? A man that hit a woman is a pussy. He's a freaking coward. So if your man has ever hit you, tell him Amora said that you are a pussy. You have my permission to tell him that. Say Amora said you a pussy. Because if he hit you, he's a fucking pussy. He's a coward. Period. He doing it for a means of control. He can speak with his mouth. He don't need to raise his hand. He don't need to talk to you with his fist. You can hear him loud and clear if he open his mouth and talk. He don't know how to use his words. So he want to get mad and use his hands. That's right. He's a straight freaking coward. And he jeopardizing both of y'all livelihood. Because somebody gonna go to jail and somebody gonna be unalive. So him putting his hands on you for what? Because he don't know how to talk? Yes, I see you, Amelia. But another thing, I would encourage any young woman in here, don't sit around and just say, oh, that's just how men talk. That's how they talk. They call their women bitches and hoes these days. That's just how they talk. No. They talk like that because you let them talk like that to you. If you don't want to be called a bitch or a hoe, I don't care if you 18, you 19. I don't care how old you are. If you don't want to be called that, you let them know that. Don't call me that. That's not how I talk. That's not how I communicate. Don't do it. You welcome, Amelia. Yeah. And I know for a fact that's not how they talk because my nephew he young, but he don't talk to me that way. If my sister in here, she'll tell you that. He started off trying to send me text messages with all them damn abbreviations. And I text him back. I said, I have no idea what the hell you talking about. Don't talk to me like that. Speak. Write it out. I don't understand this shit. I don't understand it. You let them know. Don't talk to me. You don't know that slang, auntie? No, and don't want to know it. Damn. So you mean I gotta type all this? Yes, you do. Dang, auntie. Then don't text me. You text me, I gotta sit here and try to decode it. Be like WTF, YLP, SRT, QSU, LI. What the hell does all this shit mean? Talk with English. Speak. What the fuck are you talking about, nephew? Is what I said to him. You don't know what this means? No, and don't want to know. Talk. I remember my sister asked me before, they show you so much respect. You want to know why? Because I demand it. I don't let them talk to me crazy. My nieces and nephews don't talk to me that way. I'm trying to tell y'all. because I ain't gonna respond. One thing, you talk to me crazy. See, that's another thing. When you respond to the crazy, they're gonna keep talking to you that way. I said, when you can speak English, you write it back, and then I'll see what the hell you want. She said, I love this so much and more. Where were you 20 years ago? Damn, I needed this speech years ago. Girl, I needed it myself. Well, let me see. 20 years ago, I was 31. I got a divorce at 29. Well, I was really 29. Well, no, I was 30. One of them. No, I was 29. But listen, this is life experience. I ain't come out no box like this, y'all. Trust and believe. This is from life experience. This is from learning. This is from just having to learn that, you don't have to deal with nothing that you don't want to deal with. You ain't got to put up with nothing that you don't want to put up with. You set boundaries and then you stand on it. There's nothing wrong with walking away from toxic relationships, just like there ain't nothing wrong with walking away from toxic family relationships. Just because you cousins or aunties or nieces or whatever the case may be, mama, stepmama, daddy, whatever. If it's toxic and it don't feed your soul in a positive way, you could walk away from it if you want to. You could make a decision to throw deuces if you want to. Nobody say you got to stay and put up with the bull crap just because you family, just because you married. And a lot of people be like, oh, I've been married 15, 20 years. It's been toxic the whole time. I can't let it go because what I'm going to do, live without the toxicity. That's what you're going to do. And if it's finances, then go get yourself together, sis. Go get yourself together and get you some finances so you won't be trapped in a closet with this toxic ass man. She said sometimes it's not just easy to just walk away, especially when you have kids involved. Yes, it is. You can have kids involved and still walk away. A lot of people say that you can't walk away when you have kids. I would rather walk away than my kids to see me in some toxic ass relationship than to sit there and let them see that shit, right? And then they grow up thinking that that's how it's supposed to be. No. My reason of walking away would be for my kids. I don't want my kids to see me going through that bullshit. Because now you got to go send their asses to counseling. You could walk away if you have kids. It's been done a million, trillion, zillion times. A lot of people think, not calling you out, Kamichis, but a lot of people think that you can't walk away because you have kids. Why would you want kids to see you in a relationship like that? Oh, I'm staying for the kids for what? So they could be fucked up and end up dating somebody else and fuck them up when they get older? They shouldn't see that. They should see you happy and whole. They shouldn't see you spinning out of control because of the kids. Shoot. I can't buy that one. Oh, okay. Okay, Michelle. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. I could not stay. I know some people do stay for the kids, but in my opinion, after the kids grow up, they'll tell you, like, why did you put up with that boy? Your kids will check your ass when you get older and tell you, mama, why'd you put up with that bullshit? Why you let daddy treat you like that? They will check you, okay? You ready to be checked by your children when they become adults? For your kids to turn back around and tell you what was wrong with you? Why'd you stay there and let them treat you like that, talk to you that way? You're gonna be like, wait a minute, I stayed because of you. Your child gonna look at you and be like, what you mean you stayed because of me? I ain't want to hear that shit. I ain't want to see that shit. And now they going into another relationship. They gonna jack that person up. Y'all better stop. She said the kids don't have nothing to do with your heart. If it's toxic, it will affect the kids. Exactly, it will affect the children. So a lot of people saying they stand for the kids, you're actually damaging the kids. And let me say this too. I'm gonna say this because I just feel like I have to. As much as we want to be modern, right? As much as we want to be modern, and I'm one of them. I like changing. You know, I like changes or whatever. I'm with it, right? But one thing I don't agree with, and that is a lot of people say, you want your kids to know what healthy relationships look like, right? So you want your kids to hear you arguing. You want your kids to see you kissing and loving and hugging on your significant other. You want your kids to know that this is what happened in real life. I got that, right? But what I don't understand and what I don't get is I don't think that your kids need to be around your arguing. Okay. And disagreeing, that's one thing. But your arguing, your kids don't need to be around that because it ain't they business. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't they business. It ain't no way you should be fussing and fighting around the children. You just shouldn't. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen my daddy mad at my mama one time. This is my adopted parents. One time he let us know that he was mad because he punched the refrigerator, left a little dent in that refrigerator. I never forget that. And I remember when he hit that refrigerator, my mama went and sat her little ass down, didn't say nothing else, whatever, right? But that was the only time I've ever seen him mad and ever seen them arguing, right? But for the most part, I can sit here and say I have never seen them going back and forth with each other other than that one time. That one time. So I don't agree with your kids being in your business. They hearing you arguing because then they want to put their 2 cents in it and shit. And then they want to, form an opinion. No. Hey, Ashley, I don't agree with your kids seeing and hearing everything that you're doing. Some of that stuff need to be adult motherfucking business. We are adults. The kids don't need to be privy to everything that adults do. Let them figure it out when they become an adult, or y'all can talk about it, but I just don't think that they should know everything that's going on in your house. Like, as far as everything, I'm talking about every damn thing, everything. Mm-mm. But I don't agree. I don't agree that they need to be, you know, because kids, they start to feel like it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? They start they get depressed and anxiety over your shit. It ain't even they shit. Let them be kids. They shouldn't be walking around here with all this anxiety over your issues. Now, if grown people go through depression and anxiety over somebody else's divorce, what you think the kids is going through? They start thinking it's their fault. They start taking in some of the blame on their own. Some of that stuff start weighing on them. I just feel that let a child be a child, let a kid be a kid. Keep them away from all that toxic crap, you know? She said, my goal is to break generational curses with my child. So many women in my family are still stuck in the toxic relationships / marriages. I remember every single fight that my parents had during my childhood. See? See? See, and when you're doing that in front of the kids, if you really think that they gonna forget and they ain't gonna remember that shit, you crazy. Because they will. You've been moved on with your life. You probably in a whole nother relationship or something like that. And them kids is still holding on to what happened and what they saw and what they heard you go through. Now, that's one good thing that I am glad about is that Jay definitely don't like arguing in front of the kids. But we don't even argue no more like that. Well, I ain't gonna say we don't argue. We have our we don't argue no more. We have disagreements, but we don't argue no more. But we don't do it we didn't do it in front of the kids. And that was his call. Cause honey, I'd be like, where you cut up at, I'm a nut up at, right? But he'd be like, wait till we get home, wait till we get home, wait till we go to the room, let's talk about it. Let's go for a walk. Let's talk about it. Let's walk and talk. Or let's go for a drive. He wanted to get away from the house. He didn't want them to know. She said, I think it's usually the father, seldom the mother, that want to what? Argue in front of the kids? It be both of them free. Some people. But yeah, no, it's true. Your kids gonna remember all that toxic shit. And they may even take some of that stuff to their relationship. You know what I mean? She said, I walked away with 3 kids. That mofo couldn't find me. You know? She said, I do too. Adults don't consider how intelligent children are, and they internalize that toxicity. Exactly. Oh my God. These kids are becoming smarter and smarter and smarter. They will imitate you. Trust me. You think they ain't paying attention. You think this is not going to affect them when they start dating. They're learning all of this. All of this. And they're gonna talk like that to their man. They're gonna snap off, they're gonna pop off, they're gonna do everything they see they mama, social media, their favorite influencer, anything they see them do, they gonna do it. They're gonna imitate it. They're going to imitate it. You know? Exactly. Your kid is on that roller coaster with you. Them breakups, the kids, that breakup for the kids too, all that shit. Trust me. I just, good night, Miss Nita. Yep. So anyway, I just wanted to come talk to y'all tonight just about, love on yourself more. Love on yourself more. There's somebody out there for you. You got to set your boundaries, express your boundaries, talk about it or whatever, and stand on it. You know what I mean? Don't waver. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And it ain't just getting your nails done. Like, be nice to your mental. Know when to throw deuces. Know when to walk away. Stop caring about what people think about you, say about you. It don't matter. Those are just words that come out of their mouth. If it don't hit your ear, let it fall to the ground. Don't worry about that. Don't care about none of that bull crap. She said, and if a man don't get along with his mom, argue with his mom, then how we expect that man to treat us? Yeah. But that's vice versa too. If a woman disrespects her parents, how's she gonna respect her husband or her man? She said, my dad was very abusive to my mom and family. I watched my dad unalive my mom friend at the age of 8, let those children live in. Oh, wow. Dang. Wow. Sorry to hear that. That's crazy. This is so true. My cousin saw her mom being abused by her father, and she turned into an abuser. She beat up all her boyfriends. Good Lord. See? That's that learned behavior because they think it's cool. They think everybody doing it. My mama doing it. My daddy doing it. Everybody do it. She says, I own a daycare business, and woo child, only if those parents knew the kids was telling us. Oh, because they tell. Trust me, they tell. Kids gonna tell. You know? She said, this is why I don't bring men around my kids. Yeah, I didn't do that for a while either. She said them kids gonna tell it because they need to release it too. She said the kids need to release all that toxicity too. She said, and quit thinking a man will give you 100% as a boyfriend. Some women act like these men are husbands when they are not. Yep. Yep. A man treats you the way you let him treat you. That's one, right? And you ain't gonna change him. He has to want to change himself. If he got issues, hey, just say, you know what? Hey, it appears that you have issues. I care so much about you that I'm gonna let you go deal with your issues, right? And if you fix your issues and you good, maybe we can get back together if I'm still available. But I'm gonna release you, brother, so you can go work on you, and then we'll see from there. But right now, I cannot babysit you and your issues. Go fix your issues. Let me fix mine, whatever the case may be. Maybe we can meet down the road later if we're still available, but I need to let you go and fly. Get your wings, bro. Go get your wings. You know that old saying, if you love someone, let him go. If it come back to you, that mean they were yours. If it don't come back, that mean it was never yours. Y'all better let some of these people go. Let them go. If they come back, then if they come back right. But I ain't no double back type person though. I don't know about y'all. Don't know about y'all. And I don't do no double backs. I don't do no tape backs. Mm-mm. She said, "What are ways you can self-care? I would like some suggestions." Well, first, let me just say it like this, Tammy. If there's things about you that you don't like, you got two choices. You either change it or accept it. Now, let me tell you what I mean. And when I say accept it, embrace it. Stop being insecure about it, right? Like, for instance, let me just say this. There's a lot of us, we lose ourselves sometime and we gain a whole lot of weight, right? And then we don't like it. If you don't like being fat, and I'm going to say the word fat, if you don't like being fat, go lose the weight, right? Or accept being fat. Stop not liking it, okay? If you don't like being uneducated, go become educated or accept it. You understand what I'm trying to say? So accept the flaws or fix them. Go fix it. Go work on it. If you don't like it, change it. Things that you can't change, embrace it. Now, there are things that you can't change, but you need to embrace it. Okay? That's one. Learning that you don't need nobody else's approval, you don't need accolades from anybody else to make you feel good about yourself, right? Lift your own damn self up. Give yourself your own affirmations, you know? Talk nice and kind and gentle to your damn self, right? Tell yourself you smart, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're wonderful, you're amazing. Talk to yourself. Build yourself up. Stop looking for gratification from other people and give it to yourself, right? She said, "Am I still blocked?" No, you're not blocked. I unblocked everybody. Lady Love, we see you. I unblocked everybody, y'all. It took forever and a year, and I unblocked all y'all. Everybody. But another way that you can self-love, learn to say no. Stop being a people pleaser. Stop doing things to satisfy others when you know it don't satisfy you. You don't have to be a people pleaser. Some shit you're going to do, people are not going to like, and you're going to be okay with it. She said, "Are you still doing memberships?" Yes, I am. Yes, I am free. Yes, I am. But you listen, stop being a people pleaser, you know? Make sure it's pleasing to you. People want you to put them first and please them. And if it ain't pleasing to you, then hey, stop wanting to be in toxic relationships, and that's friendships too. Get rid of those. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Pastor West. Thanks for becoming a member. Something else to practice love, accept your flaws, love who you are, learn how to accept constructive criticism, because sometimes other people may see things that you don't see, and it's okay. Now, of course, the jealous ones, you're going to, discount the jealous ones, but I'm saying people that have your best interests. Yes, you can subscribe. Please, everybody, please subscribe. You know, those that have your best interests, are they telling you something about yourself? You may not like it, but listen. Just listen to it and take heed to it. They only trying to tell you something for your own good. And another thing, look at constructive criticism is you're learning, honey. They helping you out. They helping you. Look at it as help. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to help you. That's self-improvement, baby. Who can't use self-improvement? You never get too old where you don't need no self-improvement. We all can use self-improvement, you know? So look at it like, dang, they dropping gems. Oh, look, she just said that too. She said, "More, you really a gem out here giving great advice and wisdom even before now." Thank you, Radiant Goddess. And another one, let me see, learning your boundaries, setting boundaries, learn to say no. No need to want affirmation from other people. No need for their approvals. Accept your flaws. Work on things that you can change about you. There's things that we all can improve on. Work on that. Um, um, and then don't allow nobody to degrade you. Know your worth and stand on it and add freaking tax. Know your worth. You are worthy. You are somebody. And don't let nobody tell you you're not, because you are. But my biggest thing is, if you don't like something about you, change it. Stop letting people write your story. Write your own story. People tell you you ain't shit. If you think you shit, get away from people that tell you ain't shit. Get away from them. You don't need to be around Debbie Downers. Why would you want to be with a man that's going to make you feel, like you ain't worthy, like you ain't shit? They do it because you let them do it. They say it out their mouth one time. If they say it the second, it's because you let them. She said, thank you for unblocking me. You're welcome. I unblocked everybody. I unblocked everybody today. Everybody. Lottie dottie, everybody. But y'all hit that subscribe button, please. But yeah, we need to start practicing some self-love, ladies. Come on. And there ain't nothing wrong with pampering yourself, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that. Nah, I ain't saying that you can't do that. But it's more than just pampering yourself. Fix your mental. Let's work on our mental. And when people say mental, they don't mean you're crazy. They just mean your mental off a little bit. She said, stop being around people that agree with you all the time and babysitting your BS. Girl, you better say that again. Exactly. You shouldn't want someone that always agree with your bullshit. You want someone to tell you, nah, that ain't, I don't agree with that, sis. Nah, sis, you was wrong, sis. You shouldn't have done that, sis. That ain't becoming, sis. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And ain't nothing wrong with saying, you know what, you're beautiful. You are. But you ain't got to show the world all your goods, baby. Save a little bit for somebody's imagination. Just a little bit. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with telling your friends that. Ain't nobody saying you got to be no nun out here in the streets. You ain't got to do that. But you want to hold on to something. I was always taught that. I mean, I could be wrong. But I was always told that you should hold on to something. So I told y'all, I'm not the type that I don't dress provocative. I mean, I think when I was like 21, 22, I tried to wear the hoochie mama shorts or whatever. But now, I mean, I'm a more conservative person anyway. That's just me. I'm not saying you have to be, but that's just me. I'm a married woman and I want to look, feel, and talk like a married woman, because I don't want to be called a thought. I don't want to be talked to like a thought. I don't want nobody calling me no hoe, because I'm not a hoe. I'm just saying, she said the younger generations lack all that. Well, it's because we're too afraid to talk to the younger generations. We too afraid that the younger generation ain't gonna want to be our friend. So we sit there and allow them that bullshit. We cover up that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We laugh at it and say, oh, instead of telling them the truth. No, tell them the truth. They may not like it. You'll step on their toes, but they'll get over it. And then if they don't get over it, they don't want you around, they'll tell you to mind your own motherfucking business. And then that's when you got to go mind your own motherfucking business. Okay? She said, we enabling them. Yeah, y'all do, not me. I'm not enabling the bullshit. If I can be a mentor to you and help you out in any way, in any type of capacity, I will. But if you don't want me to be no mentor to you, then I won't. Trust me, I won't. She said some don't listen, and you're right, some don't listen to nothing. She said, respect yourself and others will respect you. That's right. You better know it. I used to say, dang, men don't walk up to me and say, hey, shorty, what's up, shorty? And they don't come up to me like that because I don't give off that aura. I'm about my business, whether I got my wedding ring on or not. I'm about my business. They don't step to me that way. I get the guys come up to me, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me. I just want to talk to you for a minute. I was just looking at you this and I get men, they approach, even Jay. He probably like, stop calling my goddamn name. Men approach me respectfully. I don't get the, hey, shorty, what's going on, shorty, with your fatty. No, men don't talk to me that way. Because I would give them the damn eye. You hear me? I probably will ignore them at first because I'll probably be like, nah, they ain't talking to me. They ain't talking to me. She said, yes, I'm ma'am too. Yeah. That's what they do. They be like, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am, excuse me. I just want to holler at you for a minute, ma'am. I give off the you better step to me correct type of attitude. Don't come half stepping with me. I've had guys even tell me that, like, man, I already knew I had to come to you correct. I knew I just couldn't talk to you any kind of way. And that's the thing. You should feel honored that men ain't gonna just step to you crazy because there's something about you that's gonna make them respect you. If you got a man looking at you talking about, oh, look at you, you got a fatty and this, that, and the other, unless you're in some wrong part of the neighborhood, then you should check yourself, But men don't talk to me that way. They do not talk to me that way. I was told by a male friend of mine, he said there's different category of women. He said there you got your ones that you just, have sex with, which, the F-offs, okay? You got your F-offs. Then you got your girlfriends that you never make your wife. They just your girlfriends. So you got your F-offs, you got your girlfriends, you got your F-offs, your girlfriends, and your marriage material. And I always fell into the marriage material block for men. That's the block I fell in. I was the marriage material. I wasn't the F-offs. And I wasn't just the girlfriend where they just, girlfriend and turn fiance for 20 years type girl. That ain't me. I was the wife material. I had a man tell me that. He said a man already know when they come to you what time it is. They already know. Cause I ain't on that bullshit. I'm not doing key in your face and smiling and laughing and no. Ain't nobody got time for that. What's up? What you need? I'm stern. I'm firm. They know what's up. Period. What's going on? What you need? You just call me. What you want? If a man say, excuse me, ma'am, he better already have a whole paragraph put together on what he gonna say to me, because you ain't about to sit here and waste my time. Excuse me, ma'am, excuse me. I turn around and I say, okay, what's up? I was just thinking, because I tell him, spit it out. Come on, spit it out. What you need? You stopped me, so obviously you got something to say to me. You know? The younger kids at my job, they always ask me questions about life. They love talking to me, girls and guys. Most of the young adults here for college and far away from home. Yep, they need mentors. And if you got a person that don't think that they need to be taught anything, that they know everything already and they good to go, then let them have it. If they can't be taught, let them have it. But I can't stick around and I can't be an enabler, right? I can't know that you on bullshit and sit there and just kiki and ha with you, knowing that you on bullshit. Even if I do it for a few times, after that, like, nah, you ain't trying to be right. I went to try out at strip club and a guy told me to leave because you'll take home your mom's You a take home mom material, or you are take home to your mom material. Oh wow. He picked it up, huh? He like, nah, you don't belong here. This ain't for you. She said, me too. Hence, I've been married twice and proposed to 3 times. My boyfriend ready to go to the altar tomorrow. Yep. Sometimes we get out of one thing into another. Hold on. Sometimes we get out of one thing into another one because that new feels good, and we think that's I'm healed because it's a feel good moment. The old toxic will show back up. Yep. She says, I'm 33 and constructive criticism, I would take it. The wisdom leads you exactly. And that's how you should be. Suck it all up. Listen, they didn't have social media like this when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? So this is good. You know what I mean? You can learn from other people's mistakes and you can avoid making the mistakes. I wish social media was out when I was a little younger because I would have saved myself a lot of mistakes, you know? I have not always been dressed the way I think, the way I process things. I used to chase men, Well, I say men, but just one. I ain't really chase him. I can't say I chased him. Let me take that back. What I did was when he didn't answer my phone call, and I just kept calling, he didn't answer, and I'm like, why he's not answering? So I went over to his house, and he had a woman in there, and I almost jeopardized my whole freedom, my life. I almost jeopardized a lot over a man that didn't give a shit about me. If a man got a woman around, you better take everything in your body to just walk away. Don't jeopardize your life, your freedom over no man off of one decision. But I told y'all I almost ran my truck into his apartment front living room. But my girlfriend was on the phone. She said, Amore, take your ass home now. Leave, Amore. Don't do it. She begged me, please, please don't do it, Amore. Don't do it. Don't do it. I said, I'm mad. She said, I know you are. Go home, Amore. Go home. I said, I'm so pissed. How can he do this to me? She said, Amore, because he don't love you. He don't respect you. That's why he did it. Go home. She said, don't you dare. Don't do it, Amore. She said, I ain't getting off this phone until you leave. And matter of fact, she talked to me all the way home. And I drove 3 hours to do that. I drove 3 hours to do that. So I'm glad she was there. That's my girl for life. Because I was about to make a decision that I probably would have regretted for life. I would have jeopardized my freedom over one man. A man got a woman in the house, a woman in his house, he talking to another woman, whatever the case may be. What you gonna do? Your decisions? She said, damn, Amore, 3 hours. Yes, 3 hours. That one split second decision over a man will mess you up for life. She said, hey, Amore, I'm late. What are we discussing today? We talking about self-love, loving yourself enough to just walk away gracefully, baby. Stop trying to hold on to shit that don't need to be held on to. All because you insecure and don't know how to love yourself. See the writing all on the wall, big with big letters, and still want to be there. She said, we need those type of friends. We do. And that's what type of friends you need to be to your friend. Stop putting up with your friends' bullshit. Tell them the truth. Tell them go home. Tell them go home, girl, go home. Don't jeopardize your life. She said that to me too. Girl, you about to mess your life up. She said, I act like I had a flat tire right in front of the ninja's house before. I feel you. She said, I feel you. Girl, I was about to ram my truck. I had a truck. What, SUV? Oh, Lord, I'm glad I didn't. Jesus. Thank you. Hey, Big Cheese. She said, back then we didn't think of consequences at first. We just act on them. Yep. And guess what? The men, Big Cheese, tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all like that toxic shit. Y'all like when we act plumb crazy over y'all asses. And then we try to walk away. Y'all gonna try to reel us back in because y'all like that bullshit and make y'all feel like y'all the man. Don't you, Big Cheese? Y'all like when us women act a fool over y'all, huh? Tear up some of y'all shit, slash your tires, bust your windows. They like that shit. They like to go in the barbershop and talk to their friends about it. Man, this girl bust all my windows. Cause that means she love me. She bust all my windows and flat all my tires. He's talking about, you know we love you, lady. Men like it. They like that shit. They ain't gonna wife you because they know you're crazy, but they like it. They like for you to do all that crazy shit. They ain't gonna wife you though. You're wasting your time doing it all because they ain't gonna wife you. They just want you to act another fool so they can go brag about it to their boys. She said, like we fighting for them, LOL. Nah, we fighting y'all. So I just say, don't jeopardize your freedom over no one small situation that's, that should alarm should go off in your head. This man don't. That's disrespectful. If a man, he's supposed to be your man, and he got another woman over his house, is disrespectful. Period. It's disrespectful. Just look at it, be like, wow, this man just really just disrespected me, and just walk away gracefully. He said, I love fighting my woman in the bedroom for a good time. But do you like to see her act up every now and then? Not your wife. I'm saying like your girlfriend or something. Act crazy and deranged or whatever. Y'all like that bullshit. She said, my problem is I act off emotion, especially during and after my divorce, but I never messed up his stuff or anything, just my words. Yeah. But we also got to be in control of our emotions as well, because we control our emotions. We choose to feel happy, sad, mad, glad. There's all a choice. And that's one of the most important things that you can do, get in control of your emotions. Because if you're in control of your emotions, nobody else can be in control of your emotions. Sometimes we hand it over and we let somebody else control our emotions. No, ma'am. Don't never let somebody else control your emotions. You be the driver of your own emotions. You decide if you're going to be mad, sad, happy, glad, whatever the case may be. You decide. He said, I done had a psycho who stalked me for 5 years. See? But you liked her stalking you though, didn't you? Tell the truth, Big Cheese. You probably told her where you moved to, huh? You talked to her over those 5 years, didn't you? You probably had her kept on coming back. But you have to be in control of your emotions, seriously. Get in control of your emotions and talk your own self down. I could do that now. I could talk myself down now to where before I couldn't. But you should be able to say, no, 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 don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't put yourself in that situation. Talk to yourself and tell yourself, girl, he ain't worth it. Yeah, he fine. Yeah, the sex good. Yeah, he make me feel like this, but it ain't worth it. He's not worth it. He disrespect me. He demean me. He name call me. That ain't love. He does not love me. If you can sit here and say this man disrespect you, he demean you, he talk down to you, then you can answer. You don't have to ask nobody else. Do you think he love me? No, answer the question yourself, sis. Answer the question yourself. You know the question. You know the answer. You don't have to ask somebody else, do you think he love you? You know he don't love you, because if he loved you, he wouldn't treat you that way. He knows that the way he treats you hurts you. He wouldn't continue to hurt you over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and say, oh, I was drunk, or oh, you made me mad, or oh, I'm dealing with this from my childhood. Well, go get it fixed. Hey, DM, what's going on? Any man can down you, will disrespect you. Yep, any man that can degrade you will disrespect you. Any man that would degrade you and you let him get away with it, yes, he's going to disrespect the absolute dog crap out of you. That's exactly what he's going to do. She said, the same self-love have me in the right place for myself and my babies with special needs, but all praises to listen to wise. Came a long way. Praise God. I'm not having a deaf ear in my relationship. That's right. Do not, oh, girl, do not have no deaf ear in your relationship, period. Stop having a deaf ear in your relationship. Better listen and listen carefully. Somebody, she seduced me. She said, LOL, now I look back. I was like, I really do that. Yep. We all try to listen. We all try to play it off. We all wanted that man to be everything we wanted him to be. But it ain't always going to work out that way. She said, a man only treats you how you allow them to treat you. And if you keep allowing, they will keep treating you that way. It will never stop because you don't respect yourself. Then what do you expect? Exactly. You have to love and respect yourself. Love and respect yourself. And you have to say, just like I said with Jay, I did all the chasing. I did all the begging. I did all the calling 100 times. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I ain't doing that shit no more. If you still doing that in every relationship, calling 100 times, y'all know us women can get obsessive, child. We can get downright crazy. Why you not answering the phone? Why you not answering the phone? Why you not answering the phone? Man, ain't nobody got time for that. And I ain't beefing up no horrible ass nigga. You hear me? I ain't beefing up no worthless piece of shit, man. I don't give a damn. Ain't no social media that motherfucking important to me that I'm gonna make. Woo, Jesus. I ain't beefing up no nothing ass nigga. If you a nothing ass nigga, that's exactly what you are. Period. It ain't happening. You ain't gonna disrespect me and talk to me like shit, call me names, belittle me, doing all that shit. Then I supposed to come out here and smile and make it seem like you the motherfucking king. You crazy. This will make some of y'all mad. Stop saying God leading you when you keep doing the same stuff he delivered you from. Girl, you about to make me get up and dance, Kimberly. You better stop. God told you to leave his worthless piece of shit alone, and you ain't listen to that part. You can't just pick and choose what you want to listen to. You hear me? God told you he wasn't shit 10 times ago. But you, I'm going to fix him, Lord Jesus. Lord, just be quiet, Jesus. I'm going to fix him. Let me finish fixing him. All I got to do is just already polish the left side. Let me go on and polish the right. I got this, Lord. Let me do this now, Lord. I'm going to fix him and I'm going to show you, God. I'm going to show you that I'm about to fix this joker. He's going to stop calling me names tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Why? He know you gonna be okay with it, child. Stop playing. He know you gonna respond to it. He know you gonna be all right. Man, please. Hell no, I'm not doing it. Not at all. Mm-mm. You have to love yourself in order for a man to love you. That's right. Love and respect yourself. If you want respect, you want a man to respect you, you got to respect yourself first. You want him to love you, you got to love yourself first. And you can't probably love him. You think you loving him, but you ain't loving him. You ain't loving him. Because you don't even love yourself. How are you loving him? All this, all that ain't nothing but play. Y'all just playing. It's just playing. This ain't no long-term type stuff. Y'all playing. She said, if a man call you out your name once, he's going to call you out your name again and again because he feels you don't have respect for yourself. So why should you? Not only that, because you ain't cut him at the knees. You nip it in the bud, baby. Nip it in the bud. Yep, just play. They just playing. Just play. Just for play. We just playing. But we all can't sit here and say that, that we haven't been in a toxic relationship and we let it go longer than it should have. We should have nipped it in the bud earlier. But when you know better, you do better. Nip it in the bud and keep going, sis. And you know what? The whole world ain't even got to know how horrible he is. They'll find out. Just keep moving. You keep going, sis. You rise above the top. You rise to the top, but fix you. You ain't got to tell people how horrible he is, Or you might want to just tell the ones that's close to you, girl, he was a worthless piece of shit. Because guess what? They going to find out anyway. Big Cheese said, when I love a woman, I don't just love her for sex. I love her mind, body, and soul. I want to be connected with that woman so she knows she has all my love. See? It ain't about the sex and it ain't about the looks. Tell them, Big Cheese, it ain't about that. One day I'm going to have some men come on my panel. Since I'm going to be doing this dating thing, I'm going to have men come on my panel and I want to ask them the question, what is it that you love about your woman? It ain't going to be, oh, she got a fat ass and she got some nice tits and she got a pretty face and her weave or her hair look good. It ain't going to be none of that shit. I'm trying to tell you, you wait. I'm going to have men come on my panel and I'm going to ask them the question, what is it that you love about your woman? They're going to say some things that's going to knock you off your feet. They're going to say some shit that knock you off your feet. He said it's not always the man. Sometimes she needs to look at herself. Absolutely. But I'm going to do that for y'all. I'm going to do that. I got a majority women audience. I got some men in here, but not many. But I'm going to invite men to come on my panel, at least 6 of them. I'm going to try to recruit 6 guys to come on my panel and tell us, what is it? Big Cheese, you're going to be one of them, okay? Look what he just said. She could be ugly as shit and have the most beautiful personality that no beautiful woman could ever compare. See? I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to have them come on the panel and I'm going to ask them, what is it that you love about your woman, or a woman, because someone might not be in a relationship or whatever. He said, what about D? I'm going to ask him too. I want 6 men to tell us that. Yes, Rita, just watch the replay, honey, because we already 2 hours and 22 minutes in. But yes, hit that thumbs up button. Let me give a shout out to those that joined. Thank you, Stephanie, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Candy Girl said, don't be a nickel out here looking for a dime. We teach people how to treat us. Absolutely. We can't keep blaming others. Absolutely. If you keep attracting ain't shit niggas, it's time to look into the mirror. Love yourself first. I could not have said that better. Thank you, Candy Girl. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super sticker to me. Thank you for the membership, Ms. White. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the membership, Upper Echelon. Thank you so much. And I'll come over there and do the same for you guys. Thank you, Casey the Diva. Thank you, Nateria Granberry, for the membership. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Candy Girl. She said, ain't nobody got time for no projects, okay? Exactly. Stop trying to fix people up, especially when they grown as hell. If they don't want to fix themselves up, let them just go until they fix, okay? Stop trying to fix people. Thank you, Pastor West. And I know you've been with me for a long time, but I know you said you was not going to become a member as long as I was on the foolishness. But I do appreciate you for coming a member because, listen, we got a whole lot to do over here. But thank you, Pastor West. I appreciate that, baby. Thank you, Octavia, for your 6-month membership. I appreciate that loyalty. Thank y'all so much. I do appreciate y'all. I really wanted to come on here and talk to y'all today because I just do think some of our women need to just look at, yes, and everybody hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it if you do. I just think some of us women need to look at our current relationships that we in or we in and out of. And I just think that we need to really ask ourselves, is this love? Like, am I loving myself enough? Is this why I'm still going back to this BS? Or is this why I'm still in this BS? Okay. We need to look at ourselves and we need to say that. He said, you have to build with someone who wants to build themselves as well. Exactly. Ain't nobody out here. This ain't no build a bear. I'm not about to build you. I ain't building you and you ain't building me. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. Hey, Diane. She said, we adore you more. Thank you, Sandra. I adore you guys too. Well, I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for being there. I'm not going to do bingo tonight. Well, I should because I left off. You know what? I might, but give me a minute because just give me a minute. And if I come back on, I'm going to do it. But if not, definitely tomorrow because I got to catch a flight in the morning, baby. You hear me? I'm catching a flight. No more Vegas. We are going to Texas. So if I don't do it tonight, which I might because I see Ashley here, I might do it tonight. Ashley, if I do it, give me about at least 30 minutes, okay? I got to give me something to eat, baby. But if I don't do it tonight, Ashley, I'm definitely doing it tomorrow. My plane land in Texas around 3 something tomorrow. So I got to get all comfy and get myself together. And then I will definitely come live, okay? But I love y'all. Make sure y'all please hit that subscription button and also hit the thumbs up, okay? Y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.